What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're back in this bitch with the AFC North rivalry to break down for this Thursday night football. Browns hosting this Pittsburgh Steelers. Browns are 3.5 point home dogs here, coming off the ass whooping the Saints gave them, and the Steelers coming off a big win over the Ravens to not clinch, but to take that number one seed into the driver's seat. But as always, before we make our picks and break down this shit, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment who you got in this matchup, how you feel about these teams, any bets, prop bets, parlays. We'd love to hear them. I'm Paul, pick 'em, win 'em, Concha, and I'm joined with that boy about to die.
I was in my eyeglasses kept crunching. Football. You already know, man. It's your favorite. It's your favorite Falcons fan, Kev Waterboy support. Hey, Gabe, the Dom PYE. Hey, Gabe, the reel's on your screen. And
Well,
Paul, these chips are good as hell. Because I'm glad I don't keep poker chips because I lose all those with the fucking bets I've been making, with the fucking picks I've been making these last couple of weeks. But it's a new week, so it's time to bounce back.
time to bounce back. Tell him, Kev. We got, bro. I'm sorry if I'm not looking like I'm paying attention. I'm over here looking to confirm before I say it, and I just confirmed it. This is the lowest over under of the week. Because I looked at the over under, I was like, God damn, that's a low number. 36.5 is
That's
absolutely
crazy.
insane. Like that. I want to say on average, it's like 44 or 43. Like it, like the big games, like the Chiefs, like if it's the Bengals versus Chargers, the game you know a lot of points, it's usually in the 50s. The Lions games, usually in the 50s. This game is 36 and a half. They don't expect nobody to score a goddamn point this game.
Defense all the way.
And the other thing, while I was just looking over the stats, because I'm over here and because I'm looking at like the game leaders on both sides, and Watson's the leader, and he had 1,100 yards. And I'm like, okay, 1,100 yards. But I remember, I'm like, Winston threw 400 last game. Like, how far is Winston in like just his 3 games? So Watson, through his like 6, 7 weeks of being a starter, 1,148 yards, 1,148 with 5 touchdowns. Winston in 3 games at 1,047, so just 100-yard difference. 7 touchdowns and the same amount of interceptions. So he has 2 more touchdowns thrown, 100 less yards, and half the games played. Not even half, less than half of the games played as Watson. Just to put in some perspectives as to people. And this is without Amari Cooper.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. Do I love it? No, doesn't
No,
mean
but
it's
that's just
especially.
crazy to think about. Like one guy's making 50 million a year, and one guy's the fucking excitement of the locker room making probably 5 million.
Crazy, crazy. But it is what it is. I think this game is going to be fucking disgusting. I think it's going to be ugly, and I think they had it right. I just think the Browns are going to play man, and they're not going to have the same success the Ravens had last week on Russell Wilson.
I do think a couple moon balls get through.
Yeah, I think George Pickens is not like the game that he played last week. He locked
Bro,
in.
so I forgot to bring this up on the fucking recap, but George Pickens, but the week before, listen, the only thing going through his head was young boy lyrics as he was just jumping, stiff arming players, and tackling guys that don't even got the ball in their hand just for the fuck of it. And then this week, he literally is telling the Ravens, a Ravens player gets hurt on the field, and he goes, someone says something to him, he's telling him, go pick your mans up. And I was like, yo, George Pickens is a fucking dog. Like, what? He, like, the guy is 2 feet away from him. Like, go pick your mans up. Go pick his man. I was like, yo, I've never seen a football play. This is some old school. Like, people like, fucking ban him from the league. That's on sport for fucking, like, Ray Lewis. Fucking Troy. This is what people like the dogs of the NFL are cut with. Like like fuck that team, fuck the Steelers. Or fuck the Ravens. I'm a fucking Steeler. You're like I didn't spit on your man's.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them boys was fading last week. You think they're gonna be testing this week too?
I think so. This is another rivalry game, and in the Browns, you don't got much to fight for, so you just might fight for yourself. You might be like, "Fuck, we might not win." Like certain high school football teams, like that knew like they they weren't gonna win, but they could fight you, and it would be like, "Yeah, yo, you scored a touchdown, but you want throw hands though, bitch. You want throw hands? Meet us after the game, bitch." And like it was like the private school playing the public school. Like like what? But you knew who was gonna win, but one team was definitely gonna be had the more dog in them, and that might be what shows up here. Where the Browns, they might not be the better team, but at least we can go out fighting.
Yeah, I would say they're not a bitch ass team, unlike some teams. But I have high hopes for the Steelers to get this W. I think they should score 24. I think their defense played phenomenal last week. And the defense was like, yo, bro, just spot me two. And Boswell got the fucking rest of it done for him. Like, and this is the second game he's done that. So they, if the Browns, I think the Browns are actually going to play a cleaner game than the Ravens did last week with their 12 penalties and fucking 2 turnovers. But I'm still expecting the Steelers to come through and walk them down and make them look like the fucking Browns. Like the Steelers are coming in. If the offense can come dialed in and the defense does what it does, this isn't going to be an easy game, but it's all right. Let's lock this game in. And I don't think the Steelers have had a bye yet.
I don't think so. They also like the Ravens this week. I think was their first AFC North opponent, so that was also a weird thing.
Oh yeah, they got something. No, that's cap because the Ravens already played the Bengals twice.
No, I'm saying the Steelers.
Steelers, that was their first AFC North
I
opponent.
believe so. If I'm not mistaken, that's their first. So like they might be going into a bye after this week too, but then like right after that, it's just like Bengals, Browns, Steelers, like Ravens again. Like they haven't played all their teams yet.
That's crazy. Well, if you think about it, Russell Wilson is the warden of the North right now.
Yes, he's the Warren, but y'all don't know about this fucking prisoner that just fucking came in from state right now. All right, Jameis Winston. All right, you don't want him in your fucking prison. All right, that boy's a troublemaker. That boy gets just the other inmates around him. Starts giving them fucking motivational speeches. Like, hey, bro, y'all stronger than the fucking warden. Y'all are bigger than. And I'm feeling it, bro. This is not a handicapped pick. This is not gonna be like all signs are gonna say Steelers should win this game. I kind of hitting on it before we even talked. Like, you don't think the Steelers are probably feeling themselves, but they won 5 in a row, back-to-back games, super close. This game they just knocked off their AFC North, probably not the boogeyman, but like the team that everyone thought was gonna be the best team in the division, the Ravens. You're 8-2. Now you're gonna go play the 2-8 Browns in Cleveland. Dominating your whole career. I know Tomlin doesn't look over guys. Tomlin doesn't look ahead. Tomlin usually has his guys locked in. But there's something about this Browns team at home. This feels like because other than the last 2 weeks, the Chargers they blew them out. The Saints blew them out in the fourth quarter. It was a ball game prior to the fourth quarter. But prior to that, they beat the Ravens when Winston first got the starting job. They kept the game against the Eagles very close. Like it was like a one possession game. Like they keep things close other than the last 2 weeks. And I feel like the people are forgetting that the Browns still do play defense. And like we saw the Steelers go up against a good defense last week. And if it wasn't for the interceptions and turnovers, they don't get 9 points off of field goals. And I'm not saying Winston isn't prone to do that. He is. But Nick Chubb hasn't been a factor. There's just something about the Browns where I feel like I'm going to see a different game plan than I've seen. Like, I feel like I'm going to get the Nick Chubb factor. I feel like Nick Chubb's going to break off some runs. He's going to get like 100 yards, and the offense doesn't need Winston to go crazy. And Winston makes a hero player there. Defense turns over Russell Wilson. Like, my vibes right now is feeling like the Saints are just a little they're outside the stratosphere, and somebody's got to bring him down back to earth. And who better and Jameis Winston.
No, I respect it. I think this is a good week for that, especially since people are looking at Kevin Stefanski like he was on a hot seat on some shit. So, if that's where your gut's telling you go, it's your gut. It's low key been pretty good these last few weeks. But I'm taking the Steelers. No way I'm going to be able to sleep at night knowing I picked the Browns.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ride that dog pound. That they better be fucking. I swear to God, if I tune into the game and I start seeing some terrible towels in the crowd, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Mm-hmm.
I
Speaking
better.
of that shit, I forgot to bring this up on the recap. You know the Bills are undefeated at home this year. Like Bills Mafia is eating good right now.
Not shocked. The Bills Mafia has been fucking traveling too. Them motherfuckers are
Mm-hmm.
worldwide right now.
They're eating good right now. And same thing with the Steelers. I got to check their home record, but they 5 games in a row. Terrible towels, feeling themselves.
Hey, shit. Under the Winston era, the Browns are 1-1 at home. So I got that going for me.
I respect it.
And under the Winston era, undefeated against the AFC North opponents. So it's the only thing I got.
Whatever helps you sleep in that kid. As long as you get 8 hours tonight, that's all that matters.
I'm taking it now. Nick Chubb. I just feel like we can get the Nick Chubb game. We haven't heard much from him. What better than a primetime game to be like, oh, Nick
Against
Chubb.
the Steelers?
We're gonna see we're gonna talk, bro. He's gonna be the guy talking to the people afterwards because he's gonna have like 100 yards, 2 touchdowns type shit, and they're gonna be like,
If that happens, I
how was your
respect it.
recovery? You know, they're gonna have that whole thing about his recovery, when the play happened, when it snapped, and like this, that, and the third. I could be dead wrong, and
Yeah, I was about to say
statistically,
this is the same team that made Derrick Henry fumble for the first time in 3 years.
I know that Nick Chubb saw that too. He's done an
I
excellent
respect it. I'm
job.
not calling you crazy. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying it's interesting.
Yeah, we gotta be different somewhere. We were kind of on the same side for the last Thursday night picks that have helped us. So we're gonna be the first time we're splitting a little bit. So I'm gonna take the Browns as the home dog here. So something about them sounds like they bark.
You're like a home dog kid. I respect it. I got the Steelers for sure.
And then
And I'm taking the points.
everyone. Oh, if I was to take the Steelers, I would probably also take the points. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they win, I think they kind of just dominate them. But anyone else who's got some bets, some prop bets, some parlays, go down below, like and comment down what you got, what you riding with, and as always, subscribe to the channel. I'm Paul Pick and Win 'em. That's Kev Waterboy Savoy. We broke down the Week 12 Thursday Night Football. Browns hosting the Steelers. And if y'all didn't know, now you know, motherfuckers.